This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 569. How to Do Your Part as a Parent and Parenting Through Perfectionism, both by Julie Morgenstern of juliemorgenstern.com. Hey, OLD friend, and welcome back to my show. I'm Joss Marie, and I'm here every Monday through Friday to narrate from some of the best relationship blogs to you. And today I'll be narrating 2 parenting posts to you from Julie Morgenstern. So with that, let's hear what she has to say and get right to optimizing your life. How to Do Your Part as a Parent by Julie Morgenstern of juliemorgenstern.com. The common cry I hear from moms and dads everywhere is this: how do I balance all the stuff I need to do for my kids with all the things I need to do for my life? A client of mine, a mom of a young child who runs her own business, explained that she was having a difficult time deciding whether or not to hire childcare to watch her 4-year-old son a few nights a week. Her business required evening meetings, and for the past couple of years, she'd been dragging her kid along, figuring, it's not perfect, he goes to bed too late, but at least we're together. When else am I going to see him? She asked me. It can be hard to always give our children our full attention. Ironically, the thing that often stands in the way of us consistently delivering that quality time are things we do for our kids. Things like working or taking care of household issues like errands and repairs and laundry. My new book, Time to Parent, introduces a new simple way to organize the job of being a parent. The book introduces a new simple acronym, P.A.R.T, that encapsulates all the different kinds of time you need to invest in your kids. Some of it's visible to your kids, but some of it isn't. Some happens in an adult world, while some happens in a kid's world. Seeing it all laid out in quadrant makes it easier to see where you're doing well and where you may be falling short. Here's a short guide to the quadrants in the P.A.R.T formula. P is for provide. Provide takes up an enormous amount of time for many parents. It's the time you spend providing the basic needs for your kids: food, clothing, shelter, safety, and education. Time spent providing is in the adult world at work and largely invisible to your children. Kids know you're not around, but they don't know what you're doing. A is for arrange. Arrange covers all the things you do to keep the logistical trains running in your life, including managing schedules, transportation, paperwork, and activities. These activities take place in your child's world, and so your children will certainly notice if you drop the ball. But the amount of time and effort it takes to make their lives run smoothly is largely invisible to them, but definitely not to you. R is for relate. Relate is what most people think of when they think about being a parent. It's the time spent listening, soothing, reflecting, talking, enjoying, and playing with our kids. Lots of parents would love more time in this quadrant. It's the joyful, connected time kids and parents crave. Relate takes place in your child's world and is very visible to them. T is for teach. Teach is helping your children learn how to be a person in the world. It's the values, life skills, self-control, and social habits you impart to your kids. It also covers discipline and how you help your children learn to set and respect people's boundaries and their own. Parents who spend too much or too little time in one or more quadrants will feel out of balance. Giving too many hours to one kind of time can cause you and your kids discomfort, whether it's a morning routine that feels out of control or weekends that feel rushed and never restorative. Knowing precisely where you're out of whack makes it easier to get back on track. There's lots more about the quadrants in Time to Parent, and you can also take an online assessment to find out where you're struggling. And before we continue, I'd just love to share with you guys an amazing app called Calm that I love having as part of my self-care routine. As I've shared in several episodes, quality sleep is not a luxury, but a priority. Unfortunately, sleep is often something that we choose to sacrifice due to our busy schedules. But this is the worst thing you can do in the long term. Wouldn't it be nice to start and end every day on a relaxing note? Calm helps to make this possible with their guided meditations and library of sleep stories. If you're up for a challenge, just try to stay awake while listening to Blue Gold by Stephen Fry. He narrates the UK version of the Harry Potter audiobooks, and let me tell ya, his voice is super soothing. And right now, Optimal Relationships Daily listeners get 25% off a Calm Premium subscription. Simply go to calm.com/ORD25. That's CALM.com/ORD25. 40 million people have downloaded Calm. Find out why at calm.com/ORD25. Parenting Through Perfectionism by Julie Morgenstern of juliemorgenstern.com. As any perfectionist will tell you, advice to just know when good enough is good enough or take it easy fall on deaf ears. Asking a perfectionist to quit being a perfectionist is like asking a bird to quit flying. It'll never work. Between career, family, friends, and romance, the parenting years are the most time-stretched years of a human's life. Perfectionists have a tendency to do something flawlessly or not at all. You know, it's either perfectly perfect or awfully awful. There's no in between. The problem is that as a parent, perfectionist thinking will demand that you do every single thing, from laundry doing to dinner making, in the best, most caring, most thorough way, which of course is impossible. It'll eventually leave you feeling paralyzed, unhappy, and with the unsettling notion that you are giving everything in life the short shrift. You don't have to stick with that all black and white thinking. Instead of telling yourself, I just need to let it go or not everything needs to be perfect, think about effort level and right size for the moment. Think max, mod, min, maximum, moderate, minimum. What's the max I could do, the airtight fairy tale version of this task? What's the absolute minimum I could do, just to be able to check this off my list? And what's something in the middle? Here's an example. Your child's birthday falls on a school day, and it's the tradition in your child's school to bring in a treat for the class. What's the max, mod, min? Max, you bake, frost, and decorate cupcakes all from scratch. Mod, you rely on your friend Betty Crocker and make cupcakes with store-bought mix. Min, you buy cupcakes at the grocery store. Each of these actions achieves the task, bring in a treat to celebrate your child's birthday, but with varying levels of effort. You complete the task, but with so much more flexibility. Max, mod, min can be useful in nearly every situation for most people, and especially for perfectionists. At the office, in social situations, at home, and yes, as a parent. Whether it's deciding how to spend a couple of free hours on a Saturday afternoon, where to go on vacation, or what to make for dinner. Sometimes the min will be the best option for everyone. Other times, you'll have the time and resources necessary to dedicate to the max option, and that will feel good too. The point is, there are multiple adequate ways to check things off your to-do list, and you needn't do everything at the same high level of ability. Having a system in place to right size for the moment is liberating instead of paralyzing. You just listened to the post titled, How to Do Your Part as a Parent and Parenting Through Perfectionism, both by Julie Morgenstern of juliemorgenstern.com. Thanks to Julie for sharing her tips on how parents can feel more balanced, and I'm certain that her second post was really helpful to all you perfectionists out there, including myself. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. Thanks so much for swinging by. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow with a post from No Sidebar, where your optimal life awaits.